Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. You know what's coming up. It's the Super Bowl. It's probably the single most bet on game in any sport of all year. And if you're new to betting, we've got you covered. We've got a promo code. The code is SNOW for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. We've got one of our experts, Sean Higgs, joining us to break down some ways to bet on the Super Bowl and some quick little nuggets on maybe how you can make your experience a little better and how maybe you can win you some money. Sean, just some basic betting tips for newbies or even people who are just brushing up on their betting knowledge.
Yeah, and as I said, Super Bowl Sunday, huge day, huge betting day. I mean, for me, we'll be at the Fan Cave in Atlantic City. Come down Wild West. We're going to have Picks Parlays hats, shirts. It'll be a fun time. So come say hello. And not only to get a hat, we're going to make some money too. So there. We're having fun right out of the gate. All right. Whether you're with me, with your family, with your friends, whatever you're doing, have fun. It's a fun day. All right. It starts early, goes all night. Set a limit on what you're doing here, people. You're going to have hundreds of game props, thousands of props, I should say. They're just ridiculous amount of props out there for you. So set a limit on what you're doing. Don't get carried away. Who cares if you're betting $2? If you want to bet 200 things, bet $2 or $3 because most people can't afford to bet 300 on 100 different props or stuff like that. So know your budget, set a limit, have fun. It's only one day. It's one day, one game. Set a limit, have fun. Speaking of the lines, prop wise, game total, whatever. Shop around. Sports betting's what, 25 states now? You could find multiple lines for games. 3.5 on this game, 56.5, 57 for the total right now. Shop around, find the best number. Whether, again, prop wise, game wise, shop. And speaking of the props, kind of correlate on what you like. If you like Tampa Bay, you're going to be all on Brady. All right, he's going to pass for 300 yards and Gronk for a touchdown, or running backs, Bell's going to do this, or Evans. Stick to what you want to do there. All right, kind of correlate to how you think the game's going to play out. Same with Kansas City. You got Kelsey. You got Mahomes rushing yards, But again, follow these things. If you think Brady's going to throw for a lot of yards, but the totals of yards goes from 300 to like 292, that's not the average guy coming in and betting that game. All right, so follow those kind of numbers. A lot of fun props. DraftKings, fat guy touchdown. Plus 2,000 for an offensive lineman to score a touchdown. You never know what's going to happen. Why not? Put $1 on it. Have fun with the fat guy scoring. Offensive lineman. Let's go. Now, for me, I'll give you a prop on the show. Tyreek Hill, I'm seeing, this can't be right. I found it, though. 88.5 receiving yards. Besides the fact that he's had 200-yard games in the playoffs. When they faced each other in Week 12, he went off for 269. 269 and 3 TDs. So I like Tyreek to go over his yardage prop here. Another fun prop here we'll get into, overtime and safeties. Now, listen, we've seen safeties, Pittsburgh, Arizona, Seattle, Denver, Baltimore, Frisco, New England Giants. So there's been a couple, 8 total, which is about every 6 games. We've seen to have a little run of them there. But don't, bet no to the safety. Bet no to the overtime. We got the one when Atlanta blew a 28-3 lead. You might like the big payback. I'm saying just bet no on those. Don't waste the money on that. Have fun with something else. Go with the fat guy. Andy Reid might call something out and a guard gets a touchdown. So that's for another prop there. I'm liking the nose on, though. What to bet now? Are you an early bettor? You want to maybe bet the over down. 56.5, 57. Because and I know every person you talk to is just talking about the Mahomes offense. Oh, my God, the Kansas City offense. Tampa Bay, lighten it up. It's a shootout. Brady's been excellent. They're home. A lot of points being scored, yada, yada, yada. Find out what you want to bet now. That'd be something you want to bet now. If you're a dog person, again, you can get 3.5 with Tampa Bay now. Are you going to find that on game day? I don't know about that. So find something you like early, and something like that. Definitely bet the game early. Wait for something else later. Finally, here we go. It is the Wednesday after Championship Sunday, and we're already throwing out a little prop show here, tips, what to look for. Watch out for the media hype, because you're going to get 2 weeks of it. It started in the fourth quarter of these games on Sunday. You have an idea what's going to happen. You like something on a Sunday night. You're like, I like this for whatever reason. Stick to your own gut. Don't let somebody else change your mind because you're going to watch NFL Network or ESPN or some people on Fox telling you what to like and this thing. You're going to hear all these great feel-good stories about, the Brady's home in Tampa Bay and Mahomes back-to-back Super Bowls, Andy Reid this and Gronk and whoever else. You're just going to hear all these great stories. You're like, this guy's going to do this and yay for that and this team and that. Stick to your guns, people. On Sunday who you liked in this game. Take your Tampa pick. Take your Kansas City pick. Have fun with all the props with those teams. Set limits, though, and have a fun Sunday. And more importantly, come see us at the Fan Cave and get the Picks Parlays gear.
Just a few quick follow-ups for people who like to follow the money when it comes to week in, week out betting on NFL games. How is this different? Because there's going to be a lot of big bets from not necessarily sharp bettors, but big casino players that might move the line a little bit. Do you follow the number or the movements a little bit differently when it comes to the Super Bowl?
Well, I mean, right off the bat, this game was that you saw some fours, you saw some 3.5s, 2.5s. The number it wasn't a set number coming right out. You saw 2.5s, you saw the 3.5s, and that kind of settled on the 3 here. So obviously, your wise guys are going to come in and have that half point. They're just buying that right off the bat. They see that 3.5, they'll take it on the number 3.5 or 7.5, whatever the case may be. But as you mentioned, the casino players, these guys got money to burn. And we see it sometimes.
Right.
It shows up on Twitter. Some guy comes in, drops 65,000 on the money, just crazy money. So you got to look out for that. And also the fact that there's so much money being bet that these numbers, you're not going to see too much movement, especially this time, the first week here. You might see some next week. But again, you got to think, is it somebody coming in and moving it because they want it to come down to go the other way? That's an old school, sharp move. They do stuff like that. And again, this number is going to be pinpoint. You got 2 weeks to bet it. It's where it's going to be to get the action what they want. So again, I wouldn't really worry about some line move here unless it's something everybody knows about and one of the quarterbacks isn't playing or something goes crazy and line moves significant points. You're going to know why. The half-point line move, listen, that's not going to affect me on my prediction there, who I like in the game, simply because you have your sharps, you got your Joes, you got whales who just have money to burn. They want to come in and be on Twitter and get their name in whatever feed there with their ticket. Now, let's be honest, you're going to see these $100,000 tickets come in. Guys come in with a duffel bag. They'll take that bet, maybe move the line a half point. That doesn't mean that guy knows what he's doing on the football field. It's because he knows what he's doing on the stocks or at the dice table or poker, whatever. However they get their money. So yeah, I wouldn't really concern myself with too much with a half point line moves right now. Like I said, you knew on Sunday who you liked. Nothing's changing that unless what's changing your opinion from that? Unless one of these quarterbacks goes out, you like Tampa Bay, you like Kansas City, and that's that. Nothing's going to change your mind. You shouldn't let somebody change your mind.
Right. And to wrap it up for me before my AirPod falls out, for me, it would be have fun and bet an amount that even if you lose, you can still have a good time on Super Bowl Sunday, because nobody likes to be standing around somebody who has bet way too much on a game and the game goes south. And also, to be creative. You don't just have to bet on the spread or the total. There's prop bets. There's all kinds of things that you can bet on. If you don't want to pick a side, you can still have a lot of fun and a lot of value to be had in some of those other props. And I wouldn't say that, the color of Gatorade has a lot of value on those type of prop bets, but they are fun in the national anthem ones. And you can do research and look those up too. So even if you don't like sports, there's plenty of ways to play this. But we're going to wrap it up. We've been talking for quite a while
Chelsea,
now.
As I said, I'm sure we're going to have multiple shows with just prop bets about length of national anthem, heads, tails, Gatorade, all types of shows like that. So be sure to check back. We're definitely going to have shows with definitely props for you to get down on. Cross sports.
Yeah, for sure. So keep up with the YouTube clips and everything. So we'll be definitely guiding you through the entire process of Super Bowl week and all of the time before. But we're going to wrap it up for now. As always, great stuff from Sean Higgs. Sean, thanks for joining us.